Lydia, a civilization that once existed in western Anatolia, on the northern shores of the Aegean. Historians still feel the traces, the mystery, and the impact of this civilization thousands of years later. The Lydians were not just a people, they were on an age-long quest, a quest for discovery, a quest for truth. So who were the Lydians? What did they bring to this world? And most importantly, what did they leave us? Lydia was a civilization based on the magic of natural phenomena, aesthetics, the search for deep meaning in philosophical reflection. Both as a people and as a culture, they searched for the great secrets of the world. And in this search, they wrote not only their history, but also a universal story. Everything was based on the hidden forces, natural phenomena, and spiritual beliefs with which the Lydians identified. Their aesthetic perspective was shaped by the idea that everything was part of a whole. This perspective actually overlapped with pantheism. Pantheism defends the idea that God exists in nature and the universe. The Lydians regarded nature and the universe as sacred and saw the trace of God in every being. This perspective reveals their deep connection to nature and the inspiration they draw from it. But the Lydians' worldview was not limited to nature. Over time, they became not only an economic power, but also a philosophically minded society. Their invention of money was much more than just a means of trade. It was an intellectual revolution for humanity. They realized that money was both a material and a spiritual force. There was a value beyond money, a power that changed people's outlook on life. This perspective overlapped with deism. While the Lydians accepted the universe as a whole, they believed that God did not intervene in the world and that everything worked in a natural order. Deism holds that man continues his own journey in the universe created by God, but that God does not intervene in the workings of the universe. For the Lydians, everything existed in balance and order. But there was a deeper theme in Lydian thought: fatalism. They recognized that fate plays a decisive role in human life. Fatalism believes that all events are determined in an orderly fashion. The Lydians believed that life as a whole served God's grand plan and that each event had a universal purpose. Each event was based on cause and effect. This understanding gave them both strength and peace. And finally, one of the deepest points in this philosophical quest of the Lydians was a dark reflection of nihilism. Nihilism is the questioning of the meaning of life, and in this search for meaning, the Lydians were sometimes confronted with death and nothingness. But to overcome this dark idea, they were driven by the desire to leave a mark on the life of every human being. The Lydians saw life as a journey of meaning, not just an end. Ultimately, through the combination of these ideas, the Lydians sought their own truth. They considered both nature and the universe sacred. Their belief in a universal truth, both philosophically and from a spiritual point of view, brought them into history not only as a civilization, but as an intellectual revolution. Today, the legacy of the Lydians is not only a people in history, but also a perspective on the universal questions of humanity. Their culture, systems of thought, and spiritual quest continue to inspire us through the ages. Time may have temporarily forgotten their perspectives, but each thought, the way they asked each question, still resonates with us today. The Lydians were not just a people. They were a civilization on a deep spiritual and philosophical journey, contributing to the great quest of humanity. Their paths are still a profound source of inspiration for us today,